Hi everyone, good morning. It's Aaron here, founder and CEO of 28 Games. It's 10:36 right now, and that auction's looming. It's 2 Mondays from now. I just want to get this out before I do my regular journaling, and sorry if it's a little too much. I just this is my thing. I do it. Basically, I'm just like developing a real game. I might as well call myself like a game developer. Well, I mean not a real game developer, but if there was a real game, my story's definitely a part of that. So here's the deal. When my mother's at work, it just boneheaded bad decision, just bad altogether. The whole thing, but the foreclosure, the debt, just what happened the last few years, just all bad, 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 bad. Could have gone a lot smoother. Could have gone a lot differently. The psychic mediums, if my mother didn't talk to the psychic mediums, all this stuff wouldn't have happened. Okay, that's the bottom line. Whether she wants to disagree with that, and she will to the ends of the earth. She made some poor decisions. Actions have consequences, and we're to this point right now. My pain is real. It hurts a lot. There's some people over there buying that house, our neighbor's house. They're kind of looking at it, fixing it up. Got a ladder up there, checking the roof and all that. Could have gone a lot smoother. Could have gone a lot better. I guess I blame myself a little bit, I'm numb. My world's in flames. My world's in flames, and I just stand in it and survive and live. Even my whole family doesn't understand what's going on with my. They don't understand. They just don't understand, and I just don't have the energy to explain all of it at this point. I'm too beat up and beat down with trauma. Even if you think that I'm just going through one death isn't enough, and I should go through more, because that's not enough trauma. Based on maybe it's stuff that you've gone through. This should have never happened. We should have never got to this point of foreclosure, and family should have done more. It should have been involved. They looked the other way. Okay, I know my aunt loves me and all that, but you know what? People can do better. Here's the deal. There's thousands and thousands and thousands of people with debt, and there's more than thousands and thousands of dollars available that can pay those debts. It's just people aren't willing to do that. It's the world we live in now. Bottom line. I'm trying. I drove home just sad, depressed, wanting to just freaking drive my car into the water. In some ways, I have truly had it. And as far as that little contract that I signed, I really want to give a big one to that person who did that to me. But I won't. So, this is how it's going on. Next week, my mother took Tuesday off. She got Wednesday off. She's going to do credit counseling for the bankruptcy lawyer, because she's filing bankruptcy, my understanding. She's still saying to me today, you better hope and pray we don't lose the house. And I said, if you file bankruptcy, it will stop the foreclosure. Try to tell her, but she doesn't listen. And at the end of the month, it's the worst time for anything to happen. Trust me when I tell you, okay? As someone who's been around her a lot, more than anyone else, I know what happens and what she does. And the end of the month is the absolute worst time for things to happen, because she flips out, gets emotional. We're talking just emotional. The ball was dropped somewhere. There's something seriously wrong with her. Okay? And when I was driving her into work, she was saying to me, she just lied to me straight up again. Sometimes you think that, I'm in the bathroom and, I slammed the toilet down. No. You go in there, stomp around, smack the toilet, and say, and that is literally what she does. And I know I've had a lot of videos where I've imitated what she did, and it sounds inadmissible, it sounds like hearsay because you're not here. But trust me when I tell you, she's done these things. Okay? And I feel like at this point, literally, I'm trying to freaking win the lottery to get us the hell out of this. Because there's nothing else that is going to even come close. The only other thing that would have come close is that contract that I signed. And whether it's fake or not, It's a contract that has terms. Okay, I signed it. And I not only signed it, I paid for it. But I'm not even gonna go into that. I'm not even gonna go into that. The person who did it is a total jerk. And then some. And that's putting it lightly. So I'm gonna get to the journaling, like I usually do. You see me repost things on X and, timestamp that. Even though it's not a journal entry, I timestamp it because it's supposed to be showing you a real game. The journals, how they have timestamps. It's like, how in GTA, the clock is military time. So, it's a combination of that and, the journals from Red Dead Redemption 2. That's why I do it. But, it's just a thing I've been doing for a long time now. And it's a part of me. I've started it and I do it. Because it gives me something to do, and it takes my mind off of the crazy stuff that's going on. Like the like the freaking auction, which should have never happened. Okay? I will tell anyone, the same people who won't understand. And even you watching won't understand either, because you're not me. Okay? So you can have your opinion and I'll have mine. You can say, oh, you're overreacting, something like that. Well, guess what? You're not me. You haven't seen what I've seen. So unless, you know about that, you really shouldn't have room to talk and say that. Unless you've been what I've been through. Okay? Just imagine having a bipolar psychotic parent, okay, and things gone awry, and they just keep happening over and over again. Seems like they're good, and then they flip all over the place, do the same thing every single month. It seems like there's no progress. And then add the fact that there's a foreclosure to that. And also add to the fact that bipolar episodes are triggered by anxiety. So any form of anxiety triggers those episodes, which is exactly what happens. My mother gets anxious, then she gets psychotic, and she starts talking to herself, introverting into herself, and she gets fixated on my father's ex-girlfriend, calls her, and just talks to herself like she's a freaking someone in heaven that she's yelling at. She's yelling at the air. It's crazy. You'd have to be. I can't even explain it. You just have to be around to see it. But I'm not going to let this get too long. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to get to doing what I do. Journal entry, which I'll talk about this. I do journal entries. I update them every 2 hours. So you can see what my life's like. Going through the day. And this isn't what I do. I don't sit in this chair all day. I'm doing stuff. I don't have time to have a life for myself. I gotta get my mother everywhere. I'm her chauffeur. She's got no driver's license. I don't trust her doing pretty much a damn thing. Because she's given me every indication not to trust her. And she said, "Oh, I'd get a ride. Like I could walk home." I don't trust her at all. I don't trust her judgment. And she said earlier, because she tried to go with one attorney, Westcott Law and Attorney Ambrose, she's not doing that anymore. Now she's doing bankruptcy, and she's doing it with Attorney Davis, who I talked about a few days ago in my journal entries too. Now, what she said is that I got a pain right here. I don't like that. I just started getting that. I don't know what it is. Someone took advantage of her kindness. She says that every single month. Okay, she's making bad decisions because she's not all there. She's not. But, yeah, all in it right there. Have a good day. Stay safe. I'll be back with more. And I do appreciate you supporting me. Alright, everyone. Take care. Bye.